On November 14th, 2004, the gaming world changed forever when American video game developer Blizzard Entertainment released World of Warcraft, an addictive, massively multiplayer online role-playing game, or MMORPG for short. So stay tuned and don't go away, because World of Warcraft describes Dragonflight as the third era of WoW, plus World of Warcraft Dragonflight talent tree changes explained. First up, is Dragonflight the third era of World of Warcraft? You're about to find out. Several lead Blizzard developers are referring to Dragonflight as the third era of World of Warcraft. Changes to the narrative direction and shifts to the central game philosophies in Dragonflight World of Warcraft is boldly reinventing itself with the upcoming expansion. Preach Gaming, a popular streamer disillusioned with Shadowlands, stopped covering World of Warcraft back in July of 2021. But with Dragonflight on the horizon, Preach made his return to the MMORPG that built his streaming career, starting with a tour of the Blizzard campus. During the tour, Preach interviewed lead World of Warcraft developers, including GM John Haidt and game director Ian Hazakostas. The developers spoke about their changing design philosophies and that World of Warcraft's recent expansions is relying heavily on mechanics that only stay around for one expansion. For example, the Azerite, Island Explorations, and Covenants. For World of Warcraft, though, this makes thematic sense because the systems were designed for specific eras of the game. Players, though, saw things differently. For players, it felt like World of Warcraft was fielding projects only to deem them failures and abandon them. In this new era, World of Warcraft will be trying to avoid such things, build upon existing systems, and make them evergreen. Welcome to the new era of World of Warcraft. Next up, will the third era change World of Warcraft's narrative? You bet. According to game director Ian Hazakostas, the third era philosophy will extend the World of Warcraft's narrative as well. The new era will alter the narrative flow, which consists of expansions, self-contained stories, and even Final Fantasy XIV's long-form narrative style. To be clear, World of Warcraft will not be copying Final Fantasy XIV's model. However, it does plan to start telling longer story arcs that directly span across several expansions. World of Warcraft's first era took us from vanilla through Wrath of the Lich King. With Cataclysm beginning the second era, players are super stoked to see what World of Warcraft will end up doing in its third era, because it was the first era that made players fall in love with World of Warcraft in the first place. The only problem was it lacked convenience and narrative direction. The second era took things a step further and modernized the game in some pretty important ways, including transmogrification, the new storytelling chapters, and exciting cross-faction play. World of Warcraft is taking the best parts of its previous eras and putting them into the third era of WoW. That is precisely what the game needs to shine and stay competitive in the modern MMORPG market. World of Warcraft is currently available for PC, and you'll be happy to know that Dragonflight launches on November 28, 2022. Up next, will World of Warcraft Dragonflight see changes to the talent tree? You're about to find out. World of Warcraft Dragonflight will introduce a new talent tree system to replace the old talent system of old, and you should expect a bit of a learning curve as you start to dive into the game. World of Warcraft Dragonflight's pre-patch update is already rolling out and finally giving gamers the long-awaited talent revamp. Blizzard brought the old talent trees back to the game, but one thing you'll immediately notice is that they are far more advanced. The new talent tree system makes leveling feel worthwhile and offers a level of customization that the game has not seen before. Yes, it does need some tweaking and balancing before it can reach its full potential, but you can rest assured that these new talent trees are shaking up the World of Warcraft meta. Prior to World of Warcraft Dragonflight, the talent system was simpler and introduced in Mists of Pandaria. The old talent system offered players multiple tiers of talent, which were each composed of 3 different talents. Every 15 levels, you could select one of these, and your character would feel more powerful. So yes, these new talent trees will fix a lot of the complaints that players had with the other system, but it will be slightly more complicated to understand and get used to. Stay tuned and don't go away, because we're revealing everything we know about World of Warcraft Dragonflight Dragonflight, and there's a lot to unpack. Next up, will Dragonflight give players two different talent trees? Absolutely. One tree will represent the core features of a chosen class, while the other tree represents their specialization. Each time you level up, you'll be granted a point alternating between one of these trees. So you'll no longer have to wait for 15 levels to get stronger, and you'll feel like you've accomplished something at every level. Cool, right? I know many of you think that World of Warcraft is perfect just the way it is, but sometimes change and progress are beautiful things. You'll also be able to change your selected talents on a whim, and you can mix and match them if you'd like. And as a bonus, if you find a build you like, it can be saved as a talent loadout for later, with up to 10 loadouts saved at a time. This will enable players to have a separate loadout for Mythic Plus dungeons, PvP, raids, and questing. Each can be changed with a single click. Blizzard will also be offering starter talent builds for those who want to just jump right into the action without having to learn the new system. These new trees offer a level of customability that World of Warcraft has not seen. What do you think of World of Warcraft's bold new changes heading into the third era? Up next, are Dragonflight's talent trees the future of World of Warcraft? You bet. The past few World of Warcraft expansions stirred up some controversy within the community for the inclusion of borrowed power systems. These systems saw players grind out their resources to power that expansion's main feature, only for it to be disabled when the next expansion rolled around. These features came in the form of such things as artifact weapons and the Heart of Azeroth. This was the focus of character progression for some time, but that no longer seems to be the case. What we are seeing is a serious shift in direction from Blizzard, but I really think that in the long run, it's going to pay off. The new talent trees will officially mark the end of borrowed power in World of Warcraft. Blizzard seems to stay committed to expanding these talent trees with more useful abilities, but it will have to stay balanced. As I said, these talent trees have a bit of a learning curve for gamers, but it's definitely a breath of fresh air for WoW. The end result will be a game that is a lot more fun, and you're guaranteed to have some serious adventures coming your way as you explore the Dragon Isles. Next up, are you ready to take a flight to the ancient seat of power, Thaldrazzus? If you love adventure, I'm sure you answered yes. Thaldrazzus is an incredibly spectacular mountain region in the Dragon Isles and is the bedrock of dragon civilization. There you'll find magnificent structures, complex waterways, and Titan and dragon influences throughout its diverse biomes. The sense of history in this region is palpable, and it feels alive. The New Zone music track by Jake Lefkowitz guides you through Thaldrazzus, the ancient cradle of dragon civilization. The bronze dragons use the temporal conflux as a seat of power, and its libraries of knowledge hold the keys to unlocking the secrets of the time ways. And the bronze oath stone symbolizes their calling to protect all time. Here you'll also notice Titan-forged spaces, bearing unique architecture, created by the dragons to reflect the most cultured aspects of their dragon society. As you can see, these dragons do far more than fly around and just breathe flames. These sentient and intelligent dragons built vast structures, the most glorious of which is called Valdrakken. From the top of this incredible city, the aspects passed laws and directed their protection of Azeroth. In the heart of Thaldrazzus is Tirehold, one of the halls of infusion. This is a mysterious place that has been locked away for millennia, and it holds the secrets that Tyre left behind. Maybe, just maybe, you'll be the one who unlocks these ancient secrets. Finally, are there some World of Warcraft holidays coming up? From January 21st to 23rd, it is the Call of the Scarab. This holiday commemorates the first ringing of the Scarab Gong on January 23rd, 2006. Players can relive a portion of the Encourage gate opening by collecting items for turn-in. The winning faction will then be able to claim bragging rights and have their faction flag hang over the gates until the next Call of the Scarab micro-holiday event. 1 month later, on February 23rd, is the Hatching of the Hippogriffs. Those who head to Feralas will be able to bear witness to the yearly hatching of the hippogriffs. You may even make a little friend for the day. Most recently, though, are the Moonkin Festival on November 12th and the Wanderers Festival on December 7th. The Moonkin Festival features a wonderful celebration of all things Moonkin. Stop by and see what you can learn. The Wanderers Festival celebrates the honors Liu Lang and Shenzin Su at Turtle Beach in Karasarang Wilds. It's a time for reflection and song. That's a wrap for today's video. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe to our channel.